MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Should be a fun Father's Day matchup between the Texas Rangers and the Cincinnati Reds. The Rangers have won 5 games in a row. They'll look for number 6 right after this. Sal Romano, a right-hander from the Empire State, gets the starting assignment here. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be...
At the plate, Michael Taylor. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Reds, the center fielder, Michael A. Taylor.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he fouls this one off. Fellas, this Rangers ball club, as they begin play, they come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Yeah, Matty, this team's coming together right now. They're playing dangerous baseball. You can tell the look in their eye. They feel good about where they're at. They've won a few games in a row, and they look to continue that trend today.
For the moment here in Cincy, let's take a glance at the Reds starting lineup in this one. Dero, what's the key in trying to stop their opponent's winning streak?
Yeah, Matty, it's going to be interesting how this offense goes about it. Are they going to go after him early? Are they going to sit back and take? Hope he doesn't have his secondary stuff and drive his pitch count up. You have to find ways. You can't just throw your bats out on the field and think you're going to score runs off a premier guy.
Just off the inside corner, looked like a changeup. Out in front there, and this one's pulled off to the left side. And he struck him out.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
You want to talk about setting the tone and getting your teammates relaxed? That's exactly what this pitcher did, coming in and punching tickets. First 2 batters of the game.
2 out, nobody on. Heading out towards shallow right. Lazar is under it. And the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. Still no score. Striking in, Kyle Schwarber. He set to lead off the home half of the second. First pitch of the at-bat. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Time for a look at the Rangers on D. And when you focus on the numbers, this starting pitcher leads the American League in strikeouts. When I had a big punch-out guy on the mound, I always tell myself I have to stay in. I have to stay engaged mentally in this one. I have to watch what the catcher's putting down. I have to go through my pre-pitch routine and stay on my toes, because at any moment, that big ball could be coming your way.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Eugenio Suarez goes down for the 2nd out in the bottom half.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
Standing in now, Jesus Aguilar. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at a first pitch fastball for strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now.
And there's number 8, 1 away.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. Reds are down in order. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Standing in, Ryan Manuel. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Ryan Manuel.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Heading out towards shallow right. Bonifacio sprinting after it. He's there and records the first out. So digging in now, Christian Vasquez. He's 2 for 7 in the series so far. 0-1 the count. A 1-1 count now to Vasquez. Vasquez stands 5'9" as you see him in the right-handed box. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Behind 0-2 now. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see there, he's really had it going into the month of June, currently leading the AL in that department. He's set. Here it comes. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Grounder down the line at third, but this will get foul for strike 2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends. Digging in, Ryan Manuel. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Ryan Manuel.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch down the third baseline. On to first, and the Rangers squander a good up. Into the box now, Michael Taylor. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
The center fielder.
Odor under it to put it away for the first out. And that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Bonifacio, a native of the Dominican Republic. He's in the midst of his 8th major league season. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
No runs, no hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Can't start any better than this. He's set down the first 12. We played. Digging in once again, Ryan Manuel, and a chance now to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone. Hit high and deep to right center. Chasing after it is Taylor. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Stepping in, Kyle Schwarber. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he takes ball 1.
Kyle Schwarber.
1-1 to Schwarber. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And a wave and a miss at a knuckleball for a strike. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
High in the air out to center field. Smith is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Ready now, Jesus Aguilar. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Hit hard down the line. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one in. Stepping up now, Christian Vasquez comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. They want to get things going. How about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
And the inning begins with a quick out number 1.
When the guy in the mound is working on a no-no this late, every play is exciting and stressful for the fielders. We'll see if they can continue making the plays behind it.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
The difference between 0-1 and 1-0 is so monumental, and this guy has been on top of his game all day, attacking the zone and getting ahead of these hitters.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Blake Trehan goes down for the second out here in the bottom half.
Well, we're all hearing his name in the Cy Young Award discussions at this point in the season. It's pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3 pitches and send him packing without much problem.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Wow, that was an ugly swing right there, and that tells us all we need to know. Nobody's picking the baseball up off this guy.
Popped up. Bollinger moving to his left, but it's the pitcher that makes the play. And the inning is digging in now, Ryan Manuel, and an opportunity here for a 4th plate appearance here this afternoon, and you have to say he's really earned it. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Taylor is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. In now, Michael Taylor. He flew out in his last at-bat. Fouled away.
The center fielder.
Ready with the 0-1. I think I'd take that one too. It's 0-2 now. And he strikes him out here. So that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column.
Now batting. Right,
and he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
Got him. So that's the 2nd out of the inning, and he's 7 outs away now.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
Fouled off. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
John.
Grounded softly to the right. To his left, Odor. And that will conclude matters here in the... Digging in, Kyle Schwarber. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And he gets ahead 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. And he struck him out for the first out of the inning, but perhaps more importantly, he's 5 outs away now. So you've got to figure he's got a good chance here to finish this one off. And with that in mind, we take a look at the league leaders in complete games. And as you can see there, he's really had it going into the month of June, currently leading the AL in that department. A ball and a strike now. Almost clipped the inside with the knuckleball, but taken for a ball. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Got him. 4 outs away from his date with history.
Well, a huge out number 2 here in the 8th. 4 outs remain, but the finish line is starting to come into focus now.
Jesus Aguilar is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. Behind 0-2 now. And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Ryan Manuel.
The pitcher.
First pitch on its way.
Manuel.
Soft grounder left side. Suarez has it. Throw over to Aguilar at first. He'll take care of him to end. Digging in to try it again, Christian Vasquez starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point, but these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Count is 1-2 now. Now the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now.
Well, this lineup obviously doesn't get to see this guy very often because he's over in the other league, and it's really showing. He's pitching really well right now, and I'm sure these hitters are plenty happy they don't have to face him multiple times this year.
Behind 0-2 now. Now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. And the throw to first is there to record the second out. Jace Peterson will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 29.
They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better.
I mean, this offense has struggled because they haven't been able to make the adjustments. He stayed staunch on the
throw in time. He's done it. A perfect game.
Yeah, you've heard when it rains, it pours. Well, it was raining dominance out here in this one. 27 up, 27 down, and he barely broke a sweat half the time. That's one of the rarest feats in.
A pitcher is congratulated on one of the rarest accomplishments in sports. It's a day he'll never forget. A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement. This pitcher has just pulled off one of the toughest feats in sports.
There is rain in the area, but we've been given the go-ahead to get this one started. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series. At the plate, Javier Gonzalez. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The second baseman, Javier.
And fellas, you take a look at this Rangers team entering play here tonight. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact, they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty. Dan, this team is playing well. They're getting closer in the division race. I guess my question to you, I want to ask you, did you find that you started to really pitch better as the summer months started to get hotter?
No doubt about it. Not only does his team start feeling better, but I think you get a good vibe starting to go throughout the clubhouse. You realize that the schedule is starting to wind itself down. Every game is more important. The bigger the game, hopefully the better you play. And this team's been playing some really good baseball lately.
Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, you really got to be able to appreciate the incredible talent of Paul Goldschmidt. He hit 7 home runs last month. That's a legit power threat. When you start looking at that over the course of a long season, he's putting up some big numbers. This guy's got great power.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
Total agreement, man. In particular, that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Calhoun is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Down in order go the White Sox, and now the Rangers will get their shot in a scoreless ball game. So here's the cleanup hitter, Nicky Delmonico. He'll start things out in the top half of the second.
Nicky Delmonico.
From the stretch. Cold strike at the letters, 0-1. Chopped at third. Bollinger takes it in. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
So here's how the Rangers are positioned defensively. And let's take a look at outfielder Malik Smith. Versatile out there, can play you some center field, can even play the corners. This is a guy that can really go get it. Super quick feet. Be on the lookout, though. Some will test his arm.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second. From the stretch, here's the pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Digging in, Thomas Yokoyama, 7-8-9, bottom of the order set to go here in the third. The 0-1 pitch. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. There's a good knuckleball, got it by him for strike 2. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
Into the box, Tim Anderson. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Well, you don't need us to tell you, it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Well, you could say that. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
And another foul ball. Another 1-2 delivery. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off speed and the fastball. And in the 1-2 count, you might be sitting off speed. And what happens? He gets the fastball, and he can't catch up to the express.
Third inning, no score to this point. High in the air out to center field. Waiting on it is Smith. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Now at the plate, Javier Gonzalez in there for strike 1. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Broke out the sweeping slider right there and just missed off the edge. If he would have caught the corner right there, I think he's got a backwards K.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Here he comes again, 1-2. He finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at-bat. So the bases are empty with one man gone. And stepping in, the power-hitting first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. The 1-0. And a bouncing ball, foul. No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. So there are 2 gone now in the White Sox fourth, and that'll bring up Jankowski next. Oh, that hit him. Let's hope he's okay. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Ready now for the White Sox, Nicky Delmonico. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. No balls and 1 strike. Knuckleball taken inside for a strike.
When you're facing a guy with this many pitches.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. White. At the plate, William Martinez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
Now back.
And that's by him. It's 0-1.
Daniel Holka.
And it's 1-1.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Daniel Polka goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Played on the backhand. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So put another 0 on the board as they've been held scoreless through 5. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get him in, but that hasn't been the case.
Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Well, we're all hearing his name in the Cy Young Award discussions at this point in the season. It's pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3 pitches and send him packing without much problem.
No balls and a strike to count. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
These are the at-bats that can just flat out frustrate you. You go up there with a plan to work the count, and now you find yourself down 0-2, scratching your head because everyone's open for the pitcher now.
Warner gloves it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Down in order go the White Sox. We are still scoreless. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Paul Goldschmidt goes down for the first out in the 7th inning.
Hey, he's been able to pound that zone all night, working that outer half of the plate. That's why he's having so much success.
1-2 now.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
And this is taken in for the 2nd out. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department.
Now batting, left fielder.
Fastball, and it gets by him, a swinging strike. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone.
There's a good slider down and in at that back foot. That's a tough pitch to lay off as a hitter, and a great pitch as a pitcher. That's one of those, how could he not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
So 1-1. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Swung on and chopped up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that... Leading off the inning, William Martinez, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
In there for strike 1, 0-1.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least, you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Daniel Polka is sent packing for the 2nd out of the inning. 0-1 the count. First. Warner scoops it up, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Ready for another shot now, Tim Anderson. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
Yet another strikeout for him on the mound. And fellas, this has been one of his favorite victims tonight. That's the third time he sent him packing. So he's got him pretty well figured out. Not that the rest of this lineup has been much better.
Robin?
Oh, we might be alright. We might be alright. No. Oh dear. No, that is no. That's not making it.
I'm playing MLB.
Hello, SW. How are you?
Yeah.
We've got 500 quid damage. Oh God.
Into the box, Rtts Espinosa.
Oh,
And he lays off there 1-0. No hits to this point. And a strike to even the count.
Who is?
1-1. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
And that will hop over the wall now as he'll be awarded second base here. It's a ground rule double. Standing in, Javier Gonzalez. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind him because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Stepping into the box, Paul Goldschmidt. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
He's got it, and the Rangers have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
Yeah, they could only manage 2 hits against him the entire game, so they were never really in a position to even challenge him. Rock solid win and a memorable performance.
And that 1 run held up tonight, 1-0 the final. The Texas Rangers rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Ryan Manuel wins for the league best 15th.
A manager checks in with his ball club.
Just over the river. Andres Ibarra gets the ball for the Tigers. Stepping in, Christian Fernandez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Fellas, this Rangers ball club, as they begin play, they did get the win last time out, but it hasn't been the best week for them as they've won just twice in their last 6 tries.
Matty, we've seen some good baseball in the first 2 games of this set, and expect another close one here. Both of the first 2 games decided by 1 run.
You know, D-Roll, when you get in these series like this, when 1 run means so much, you like to be able to be the team to score first, but both these games have been very close, and it's going to boil down to who gets the big hits in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning.
And now a look at the hometown Tigers starting lineup in this one. Danny, who stands out to you?
You know, I'm looking forward to see what this guy can do in that 5-hole. He's on a nice stretch. That's 3 home runs in his last 10 games. He's swinging the bat really well right now, and by watching his mannerisms in the box, he just looks comfortable in the plate. He's in some kind of a groove.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Up next steps Kristen Stewart, looking to stay hot. He's been a real threat at the plate the last week or so. No balls and a strike to count. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball just missed above the zone. Hit out towards second. Adore is there, and he will whip this one over to first in time for the out. Now at the plate, Theodore Jung. He's hitting .333 in the series, 2 for 6.
Theodore.
The 0-1 pitch. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Theodore Jung goes down for the 2nd out in the bottom half. Next for the Tigers, Jairo Munoz. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. And a wave and a miss at a knuckleball for a strike. Tigers shortstop with a ball and 2 strikes.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider. Not many guys lay off that pitch.
The count now is 2-2. Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. So they breeze through this half of the inning. We played 2 full. Texas is out in front, 1-0. Leading off the inning, Rodney Wetzel, and they'll need him to get something going here. 0-1 the count. Set to deliver the 0-1. There's a knuckleball giggling at him over the inside corner. And a swing and a miss as he picks up yet another strikeout. 6 of them already, and there's 1 gone in the inning. Striding forward now is the DH, Dawa Lugo. 2 hits and 8 tries for the series. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And another strike. Good fastball under the hands. It's 0-2. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Grayson Greenier is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2. And he struck him out. His 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends. Leading off the inning, Christian Fernandez, and they'll need him to get something going here. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Knuckleball, 1-1.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting it. That to go your way can feel like a big victory.
Manuel is in his tracks now. One down. So striding in, Harold Castro. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. No balls and a strike to count. In there, and he's in control 0-2 now. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. And he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ballgame.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses, and a lot of strikeouts, and no walks either.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get...
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the... Coming to the plate now, Kristen Stewart. They'll start things out here in the home fifth, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. Got him swinging on the fastball there. Kristen Stewart is retired for the first out in the bottom half of the fifth. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Nope.
And he misses with it, 1-1.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
Ramirez backs up and takes care of it, 2 away. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. So striding forward now, Jairo Munoz. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Jairo Munoz.
First offering on its way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Hey, this offense needs to check.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will... Now at the plate, Rodney Wetzel. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home sixth.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. Next to the plate for the Tigers, the DH, Darrell Lugo. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. 0-1 the count. Swing and a miss, and he's in control, 0-2.
Count 0-2.
Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
Well, we're all hearing his name in the Cy Young Award discussion at this point in the season. It's pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3 pitches and send him packing without much problem.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through 6 innings with... Leading off the inning, Christian Fernandez, and they'll need him to get something going here. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Well, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Great arm action on that 2-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
And he fouls this one off.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
He froze him on the fastball there. Christian Fernandez is retired for the first out in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Harold Castro is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And... on its way, the 0-2 pitch. Got him. So that's the second out of the inning, and he's 7 outs away now. Nick Castellanos now. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. No balls and a strike to count. Line drive snagged on a short hop, and that will conclude matters here in the 7th. And next it'll be the Tigers cleanup hitter, Kristen Stewart. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Popped him up. And this is taken in for out number 1. Into the box now, Theodore Jung out in his last at-bat. Weak grounder down the first baseline. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Well, a huge out number 2 here in the 8th. 4 outs remain, but the finish line is starting to come into focus now.
Now batting, Jairo Munoz. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Striding in to start the 9th, Rodney Wetzel. And they'll need him to get something going here. 0-1 the count. Fouled away. Rounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with a strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
The batter, the designated hitter, Darwell.
Stepping in now, Darwell Lugo, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
When your team is behind this late in the game, it's not a good look for you as a hitter to show no discipline and wave at a pitch that wasn't even sniffing the zone.
Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away. Something breaking down and away off the plate.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Darwell Lugo becomes out number 2 this inning.
17. Grayson Griner.
In now, Grayson Grenier, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon. Swing and a miss. He's done it. A perfect game.
Yeah, you've heard when it rains, it pours. Well, it was raining dominance out here in this one. 27 up, 27 down, and he barely broke a sweat half the time. That's one of the rarest feats in all of sports, and I'm just excited I was here to be a part of it. Perfection is always beautiful.
Well, you don't have to look too far to find our tops player of the game. I'd say anytime you throw a perfect game, you'd be a pretty strong candidate.
Yeah, no need to offer any debate this time. All you have to do is look at the box score. No hits, no walks, not even a base runner. We talked about his brilliance all game long, and you can bet he's going to celebrate this one tonight.